Hello friends, it's Peg. I'm here today to show you a little something about making jewelry from Tim Holtz's wordbands. They are lovely pieces of art in themselves, and I just think it's something that you'll enjoy wearing. I've got a couple of samples here on the table, and it kind of depends on the size of your wrist if you're going to make a bracelet. So you do need to measure your wrist before starting, just so that you know what length of chain to be using. So let's get started here. I've measured several pieces of chain already, and I have them cut anywhere from 4.5 to 5 inches, depending on the size that you need. Oh, aren't these darling? I just knocked them over. They're from Karen Foster, and they're these tools, and I just can't wait to put them into some of my jewelry. But I'm going to put those aside, and we're going to work on something else right now. So what you want is to take one of these word bands, and you're going to need a pair of pliers like this. These are made for bending. You can see that they are cupped inside, and so when you want that curvature, you're going to use this to bend your metal with. And what I do is I usually start in the middle, line it up, and give it a good crimp. And you can see as I crimp, it's pushing down and bending that metal. Then I'm going to move to the ends. I'm going to do this repeatedly until I get that curvature that I want to go over my wrist. You can see now that you're starting to formulate that curve in this. So I just keep moving along my piece to formulate that curve. Okay? Now, I like to darken this or change the color of the words. So you can make it white, you can make it green, you can make it any color you want depending on what patina or paint you're using on here. I'm just going to take a black today just to give it a little more definition, and I'm going to just put a dot on here. Take my finger and rub that in so it gets down in the cracks and crevices. And then before it dries, you want to take a shop towel and clean that off. You just want to wipe it and leave it in the crevices. This is a little messy, but that's okay. I'm kind of a messy crafter, so yeah, if it's messy, I love it. Okay, so you can see that we've cleaned the excess off of there. And, you know, you can take your time, you can do a little buffing, however you want to clean that up. Okay? So, now you have your piece, and you just need your jump rings. And it doesn't matter, I'm using a number of different colors of chain today, so it really doesn't matter what color jump ring I'm using because I have a variety in here. So what you typically want to do with a jump ring is come in and grab it on one side and then take a hold of the other side, and you want to twist. You don't want to pull, you just want to twist and open that jump ring. So then, looking at my original pieces, I like to go off of the left-hand side, because as you're wearing this, I want the words to show outwardly, and I want it to clip on the outside, so that's the easiest for dressing. So I'm going to go over here to my left-hand side, and I'm going to place this on the jump ring. And I have a few other things that I want to do. I have a little one of Tim's charms here. It says unique, and I think that's pretty cool. And I want that to dangle and oops, see, that's what happens. And that's okay, because it all comes back together again. Okay, so I want that to dangle, and I want it to show down this direction, so I want to make sure that as I'm placing this on here, it's going to do that as it dangles, okay? And then I'm going to start with my chain. I'm going to add chain, and add chain, and add chain. And this is where you have to have multiple fingers to do this. And of course I'm all thumbs today, so bear with me here. I'm going to bring in some tools here because my fingers are no longer adequate. So let me get a pair of needle nose and grab that jump ring so that I can finish adding chain. Okay, so now we've got it all on there. I'm going to come back in and grab this side with my pair of pliers and take the other pair of pliers, and what you want to do is a twisting motion, and you're going to twist that back and forth and twist them together until they come together in the middle here. And that's how you're going to formulate that wristband that goes around. Okay? And then we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. We're going to put a jump ring on, and on that side you're going to add one of these claw hooks with the jump ring, and that's what's going to end up being your closure. So you'll come around and use that into that edge, and there you have it. There you have a lovely bracelet. I hope you enjoyed this, and as always, wishing you happiness. Bye.